indeed another great moment, and welcome to Health Matters, the only place where your health issues are sorted. And of course, today we are going to talk about matters pertaining food, exercise, and staying healthy. I am Teddy Okech. Keep watching.
You may now kiss your sweetie. You're my sweetie, my sugar. My baby,
my lover.
so honey,
Let
me hold you. Let me hold you.
Let me love you.
Forever. Forever. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're my sweetie.
Sony Sugar.
My sugar.
Simply the sweetest.
This is Ramki TV, and remember you can keep in touch with us on 0711 31 31 55, or go to our Twitter handle, that is at Ramki TV, or our Facebook fan page, that is Ramki TV.
It depends on the person's health mechanisms, how they eat, if they eat well. But bang can, some people work with bang without any indicators of effect on their working. Unless you are very keen in being able to observe.
So what then do we need to know about cannabis sativa, depression, lifestyle diseases, and fries? Join me as I take you through this journey.
Depression is a state of mind when you are feeling low, hopeless, and you have lost the desire to live. You are alive, but you are not engaged in the day-to-day issues of life because of loss of hope.
One of the most important things to know or have knowledge is to learn about the experience of other people, what they have gone through. You have heard that people say that when you take marijuana, you can remember a lot of things.
I take it like almost 6 times, like in a week, both lunch and supper. Basically, most of the time.
We get type 2 diabetes, which is basically a lifestyle disease. I think that is the major lifestyle disease amongst the small population that we see here. Yeah.
I do practice a lot, and I do run in the morning. I jog in the morning with my friends.
I came up with a fitness initiative, which involves just getting fit. So the reason why I started that is because I saw there's so many people out there who want to be fit, but they don't know how.
Medicines belong to different classes. There are those medicines that can be bought over the counter, that's without a prescription, and other medicine that really need a prescription.
So we'll take a short commercial break on Ramki TV. Remember, this is Health Matters, the only place where your health issues are sorted.
All right, what do we got?
Just came in. Heart attack. 5'9", 300 pounds, 32 years old.
How the hell does that happen?
Can I get a, Could be developing diabetes. You have to exchange.
Oh, yeah.
You're graduating! Watch TV. You won't even have to leave.
You can't do this.
Yes, can I get a...
Yeah, no, deep dish.
You have to make a change. Good job, Jim. You got an A+.
Here are your fries, sweetie.
can't believe you give this child french fries.
I know, but it's the only thing that'll make him stop.
Welcome back to Health Matters, only on Ramki TV, the only place where your health issues are sorted. So how do those who have used marijuana think, and what was their experiences?
When you smoke weed, you are going to be a fast learner, you are going to have deep sleep, you are going to be free of stress, as in the highness just takes over you. I once listened to a friend of mine who told me that when you smoke weed before an exam, you are going to pass. I listened to him and I just took a few puffs, then went to do the cut. And believe you me, I got 10 out of a possible 30. Because my highness took over me, then I found that I'm answering as in almost the opposite of what the question is asking.
Okay, people say that maybe if you take a puff, 1 or 2, you're going to get a high concentration in class, or you're going to deliver the best so that you can get maybe the good results, or you are going to have an high input so that your productivity can be more. For example, in the class, you see that if you take a bang, you are going to have a high concentration. Maybe you are going to do it well in your examination.
I wouldn't say that it's bad. It's really bad, because compared to cigarettes, you can't really see the benefits of cigarettes and why the government should put it out there for people to use it and condemn marijuana instead. As much as people say that weed makes you feel lazy, it varies. You know, sometimes you'd smoke some weed and feel really hyper, and there's some weed you smoke and you feel like you just want to black out and sleep. And it varies with the amount of THC, it varies with the quality. There's good weed and there's bad weed. So personally, I have partaken this drug because it's a part of life. You can't just assume some things. So when I did this, it was fun. At first I was just laughing, you know. And when I tried it again, it evoked a part of my imagination that I have never thought I had. I have explored a part of myself that I never even knew existed. I'm a painter because of weed.
What are some of the risk factors we need to know about depression, fries, cannabis sativa, and lifestyle diseases? Is stress, anger, being violent, and just being aggressive part of depression? Well, let's just get from an expert just some of the key things we need to know pertaining depression.
Stress that's not managed can accumulate slowly on the inside to come out as depression. We also have hidden anger. We have learned helplessness that comes with the experiences that we face in life, like rejection, peer pressure, purposelessness, and sometimes overstretching ourselves.
They are tasty, but did you actually know the risk factors of taking too much fries?
Chips, for example, you buy a kilogram, yes? Like half of it is basically fats. And you're the kind of person who wants to take this on a daily basis. So you leave the house, you go to work, at lunchtime that is the only thing you want to order. So you do it on a daily basis. So you're taking in extra fats that the body doesn't need. Whatever the body doesn't need, it is converted into another form, then stored in the body. During times of starvation and those sorts of things, then the body utilizes its stores for provision of energy, your energy. So these fats, they rarely get used because there is also always sufficient carbohydrates, there is always sufficient proteins.
Did you get that half of what you eat as fries is actually fats?
Looking for a hotel? Go online on jovago.com. Enter where you want to go and when. On jovago.com, you've got more than 20,000 hotels in Africa to find the best deal. Check descriptions and real pics. Whoa, nice pool. Just click and your booking details are already in your mailbox. Don't hesitate. Best prices are guaranteed. So for your hotel next time, Jovago.com, your perfect stay, one click away.
So what are the risk factors of lifestyle diseases?
To do with arthritis, there are forms of arthritis that are basically as a result of lifestyle. There are forms of other medical conditions, of course, as a result of physiological malfunctions in the body. Things to do with high cholesterol levels, which would predispose one to cardiac arrest and stuff, or heart failure for that matter, or even stroke. Generally, they come as a result of the way people live, the way you carry out yourselves, the way you eat, how you socialize, and all those kind of things.
How about those who are struggling to stay fit?
The digestion of meat, every time you consume it, takes 72 hours. So if you take meat today, and again take meat tomorrow, and again take meat the following day, even the meat that you took the very first day is not fully digested. So you're overloading your body.
Did you get that? It takes 72 hours for meat to be digested into your system. Jonah Karanja, a student who has been a victim of depression, had something to say.
I had an experience with depression, and this is in the year 2013-2014, whereby I had to refer out of school because of lack of fees. So I missed approximately 4 semesters because at June and August 2013, then the whole of 2014. So as a young person, I was very, very depressed.
Come to think of it, what really happened to Henry Musyoka?
The day that we met, and she was actually telling me that I want to see you in person, and I could not figure out what was going on, but eventually she told me that what was going between the two of us, something which had been there for quite a while. It was, oh man, I could not believe it, and it was too hard for me, and that is how the whole thing of depression came about.
So what really comes into a person's mind when they are depressed?
A lot of engaging in drugs and doing other immoral stuff so as to at least feel happy.
If they are not bathing, if they are not taking care of themselves, they are not eating, if they are withdrawing, there is a problem.
To some who eat fries, they are able to control it, but to others, it is a challenge. Some even eat it up to a maximum of 6 days a week.
I eat fries twice a week. I always eat fries twice a week, but then I've changed. I'm trying to change. Okay, I'm reducing it to once a week.
I take it like almost 6 times, like in a week, both lunch and supper. Basically, most of the time when I'm not interested in the rest of the foods.
According to my findings, most people go for fries because it is cheap, quick, and easily available.
It's quick because you can find it anytime, and no cooking, you just buy it. And like for other foods,
I love fries because one, it's a good meal, by the way. Then it's addictive.
I think fries are a good alternative to when you don't feel like cooking.
Let's take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we'll try to discuss solutions pertaining to the topic of the day.
Well, you've certainly got the skills, and if you join us, we'll take those to the next level. Is there anything else you think I should know?
Well, I should probably tell you that I have a history of depression, but it's nothing that I...
Oh, good. Excellent. We're 10 floors up here. Is that going to be okay? Obviously, we won't sit you next to a window. But honestly, don't worry. We're all a bit mad here.
Really, it's fine. I can cope with everything.
I've actually got a nut allergy. No nuts allowed in the building. Present company accepted, obviously.
This man has a problem, but he and many others like him can get help. For a better understanding of mental health issues, visit direct.gov.uk/mental health.
The following is an official statement from the milk producers of Kenya.
it has come to our attention that there are several fraudulent claims of original milk
coming from different suppliers. Therefore, we want the public to know
that we are the original producers of original fresh milk. For any further clarification or end of any confusion, contact KCC Fresh Milk. KCC ni maziwa origi.
KCC Fresh, maziwa origi.
Welcome back to Ramki TV, the only place where your health issues are sorted only on Health Matters with me, Teddy. Okay.
I wouldn't really say that the effects are bad, but let's look at the long-term effects, because whenever you smoke weed, then the chemicals contained, they inhibit your brain, and sometimes they deplete the part of your brain responsible for memory. So you'll find out that after smoking weed for a long period of time, you won't remember some things, which maybe is not really bad, because maybe you wouldn't want to keep the bad memories, but also maybe you would fade some good memories which you wanted to keep. Marijuana contains THC that activates the dopamine in your brain and makes you like really happy or excited. It's known as a drug, but many will say that it's a herb.
In this phase, we are going to try to analyze some of the key things we need to follow to just make sure that we avoid some of these common diseases like diabetes, just some of the key things we need to have in mind to just stay fit.
I knew he was feeling a little bit down, but I never thought he'd have depression.
Plenty of experience, best guy I've seen, but he mentions here about depression.
1 in 4 Scots will have mental health problems at some time in their lives, but many will be too afraid to tell their family, work or friends because of how they might react. Ask yourself, how would I feel if it was me? See me. Let's stop the stigma of mental.
So what then are the realities of cannabis sativa?
I listen to my medical friends who are professionals, and they say bang has a sedating effect in it, in that THC aspect, which is used to produce painkillers that can be used to reduce pain in terminal ill patients, to reduce pain in patients like who are suffering from cancer and other diseases like that.
According to a survey done by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime in the year 2015, the use of cannabis sativa in Kenya stands at 15% in all ages, with a high prevalence used in urban areas than in rural areas. In this segment of Health Matters, we are going to separate the myths from the facts about cannabis sativa.
We have read in the media research that has been done that THC has a component that also reduces pain for people maybe who are suffering from cancer. That one we have read about, and it is all over. But the question is, these people taking marijuana, are they in pain? We should be asking ourselves that. Why should we take marijuana? And then we are saying it has medicinal purposes. Yeah. And then question you ask yourself, are you in pain? Are you sick? So that you take marijuana because people are saying it's treating pain in people who have terminal illnesses.
So yeah. for medicinal purposes, a doctor can just give you a medication made purposely using marijuana. So if you are only under medication, then one would be advised only if you are recommended by a doctor.
Okay, and then it depends from country to country. Like Kenya here, it is illegal. Therefore, maybe a doctor cannot prescribe to you. So it depends in which country and the laws.
Is it a fact or a myth that marijuana kills brain cells?
Yes, marijuana, like other drugs, attacks the brain cells. It affects the thinking of a person, brings about mental impairment and misjudgment in terms of decision.
People have different beliefs about cannabis sativa. But what are the actual facts about cannabis?
Mostly people, we should be careful even where we hang out. Like nowadays, there's quite a good number of marijuana that has been packaged. Yeah? Like there's hashish, which looks like chocolate. A friend may bring to you hashish, you're thinking it's chocolate, and it starts affecting you. Yeah. There's also marijuana oil, which people use to cook food with. You may be wondering, one of these joints you don't even want to pass. You may never know. There's also what we call marijuana cookies or brownies. Once you go to a party nowadays, after around 10 minutes, you're all just sitting there, you say you don't take marijuana, and they pass some biscuits around or cake around. After some time, you become psyched out. You wonder what happened. Nowadays, even parties are lacing marijuana. And then here, mostly we have heard even through Nakada, that the marijuana that is sold in Kenya is also laced with cocaine, so that people get addicted to it so fast. Therefore, to help people who are suffering or having problems with marijuana, they should come for counseling.
And people's tolerance levels are so low. Maybe one puff of bang just blows them out of proportion. So we cannot determine how long we are going to be sure that this one will blow out when. But some people use bang for a long time and there's no negative effect that's visible. That's why people want to think that they should glorify it.
In Kenya, there are 1,000 different ways to say hello.
Jumbo!
Jumbo! Jumbo! Jumbo!
Jumbo.
Jumbo! Hello world, welcome to Magical Kenya.
Talking about their story, so how then did Mr. Jonah and Mr. Henry get out of depression?
I decided to just give myself to Christ, talk to people, and I just expressed my problems to people. And in that way, I even got help that had always been there, only that I could not see because of the depression that I had. So, and as in the moral of from my story, I learned that if you are depressed, the first thing that you can do, or the worst thing that you can do, is to just keep quiet and let the depression take over you. When you are depressed, just take the depression over and try to talk to people, because in talking to people you feel relieved, and those people are not just going to stand there and listen to your story. Some of them might be touched and end up providing help for you.
For counseling, I went to see a counselor, so I talked to the counselor about what I was going through, and also I understood the doctor because I thought that it was becoming a problem. I was seeing the doctor every now and then. So, but the way I managed to handle depression, like for me personally, I like sports. So sports, it's a way of I use it to handle depression. Whenever I'm depressed or stressed, I go to play maybe soccer, all types of sports, basketball, volleyball, because I love sports in general. Maybe watching through actively being involved in sports, through maybe playing, watching, or participating in any sports activity.
What really made me come out of it was the fact that I was able to go out there and talk to someone that I trusted, and to share. It's like sharing your burden, and also speaking to a psychologist who could know how to handle your situation could be good, and also taking time by yourself to process whatever you're going through, to process, or whenever you process something, then you get to handle it better.
Depression is a state of affairs that can be avoided. We should have a balanced life, and when we lose hope in life, we should not withdraw from reality. We should seek help so that we don't retreat into depression.
So how then do those who eat fries manage it?
I do hear people saying that I can't take fries like once a week. They have to take it like once a month. But it determines how you exercise after whatever you've taken, because this is the issue of taking in a lot of mafuta, yeah. Whereas at the end of it, you find that if you're taking a lot of fries and you're not exercising, then it has that negative effect at the end of it.
I think I manage it. Seems okay. I go for games almost each and every day of the week, like not less than 4 times in a week. So I keep fit.
Katana from Mombasa is also saying that I'm trying to just get rid of fries, but it's a challenge to me. I'm so much addicted to fries. Thank you so much, Katana.
The journey is tough because fries is so tempting. You're eating fries, you need to do a lot of exercise. Yeah, you rauka every morning, run a lot, go to the gym. Yeah.
Morris is also saying that it is indeed hard to just have a desired weight to just be fit, because most of the gyms in town have been commercialized, and these guys are just there to make money.
Nowadays I've come to manage eating fries because one, I'm a sportsman, so I regulate my diet. Like I can take fries twice or thrice a week.
For those who eat fries most often, this is the message from the doctor.
You're taking in extra fats that the body doesn't need. Whatever the body doesn't need, it is converted into another form, then stored in the body. During times of starvation and those sorts of things, then the body utilizes its stores for provision of energy, your energy. So these fats, they rarely get used, because there is also always sufficient carbohydrates, there is always sufficient proteins.
According to a survey done by Sinovet, 73% of people who buy medicine in pharmacies do not have prescription. But what exactly should they know?
That drugs are poisons. Unless it's for that particular condition, then it's poison. Like people who have the upper respiratory tract infections, that's something that is self-limiting, like sneezing, coughing. Like you don't really need to come for medication for those simple conditions. They are just self-limiting. They should come for medicine when it's really needed.
If you have a desire to stay healthy, so what exactly should you do to avoid lifestyle diseases?
They're advised to take lots of whole grains. This includes groundnuts, peas, beans. They have nutrients that are very good for our health. Then right on top of that, we are encouraged to take lots of fruits and vegetables. A quarter kilogram of meat is supposed to be served at a sitting to at least 12 people. They should take that quarter of meat. But in the current population, that quarter of meat will be consumed by a single individual.
That's very interesting.
Which is not right. So we are encouraged to take proteins, yes, but very minimal. If you must, then it has to be very minimal. But if you have to take proteins, then you rather take proteins in chicken or fish.
And that is all we had for you on Health Matters. Thank you so much for having kept me company. I have been your host, Teddy Okech.